Welcome to my channel RB Maths Academy. Before watching this video, make sure that you have watched part 1 of Introduction to Trigonometry. In this video, we are going to learn about the relationship between the trigonometric ratios. Now, we have learned 6 trigonometric ratios, which are sine theta is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, cos theta is equal to base upon hypotenuse, tan theta is equal to perpendicular upon base, cosec theta is equal to hypotenuse upon perpendicular, sec theta is equal to hypotenuse upon base, and cot theta is equal to base upon perpendicular. Now we have to just develop the relationship between these trigonometric ratios. If I just multiply sine theta and cosec theta, we can see we will get P upon H into H upon P, and on simplification we will get sine theta into cosec theta is equal to 1. It shows that sine theta and cosec theta are reciprocal of each other. So we can write sine theta is equal to 1 upon cosec theta, or you can write cosec theta is equal to 1 upon sine theta. Similarly, if I multiply cos theta and sec theta, we will get P upon H into H upon B. So again on simplification, we will get 1. It means cos theta and sec theta are reciprocal of each other. So we can write cos theta is equal to 1 upon sec theta, or you can write sec theta is equal to 1 upon cos theta. Similarly, if I multiply the trigonometric ratio tan theta and cot theta, we will get P upon B into B upon P. Again on simplification, we will get 1. It means tan theta and cot theta are reciprocal of each other. So we can write tan theta is equal to 1 upon cot theta, or you can write cot theta is equal to 1 upon tan theta. Now, if I divide sine theta and cos theta, see what we will get. Sine theta upon cos theta. Now put the value of sine theta, which is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Put the value of cos theta, which is base upon hypotenuse. Hypotenuse will cancel out, you will get perpendicular upon base. And here you can see the perpendicular upon base is nothing but tan theta. So it means if I divide sine theta by cos theta, we will get tan theta. Now, if I divide cos theta by sine theta, then what will happen? Put the value of cos theta, that is cos theta is equal to base upon hypotenuse, and sine theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Again, hypotenuse will cancel out, you will get base upon perpendicular. And we know that the base upon perpendicular is nothing but cot theta. So in this manner, we will get these relations, sine theta into cosec theta is equal to 1. Or you can say sine theta is equal to 1 upon cosec theta, or cosec theta is equal to 1 upon sine theta. We'll get cos theta into sec theta is equal to 1. Or you can say cos theta is equal to 1 upon sec theta, or sec theta is equal to 1 upon cos theta. We'll get tan theta into cot theta is equal to 1, from which we'll get tan theta is equal to 1 upon cot theta, or cot theta is equal to 1 upon tan theta. We have also got tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta, and cot theta is equal to sine theta upon sine theta. Now there is a trick to remember all these trigonometric relations. We can learn all these trigonometric relations with the help of this super hexagon. So what we have to do, we will just first write tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta on the 3 vertices out of 6 vertices. So first we'll write tan, then we will write sine, then we will write cos. And we know that tan theta and cot theta are reciprocal of each other. So if I just denote this midpoint as 1 here. So the tan theta and cot theta, their project is 1. So we can write here cot theta. And you can see if I divide this hexagon into 2 equal parts, we will write only the trigonometric ratios which start with C. So we have written cos here, we have written cot here, and we will left with only one trigonometric ratio which start with the alphabet C, which is cosec. So we'll write cosec here and we will write sec here. So we can see here that these trigonometric ratios, which are just diagonally opposite to each other, are reciprocal of each other. Sin theta and cosec theta are reciprocal of each other, tan theta and cot theta are reciprocal of each other, cos theta and sec theta are the reciprocal of each other. Now one more thing we can learn. Not only these relations, we can develop so many relations from this. If we just move it clockwise here, as we have written, tan theta is equal to sin theta upon cos theta. First we will write sin and then we will write cos. If I move these three clockwise, then I will write sin theta is equal to cos theta upon cot theta. If I just take these three trigonometric ratios clockwise, then I can write cos theta is equal to cot theta upon cosec theta. If I just take these three trigonometric ratios, then I will get cot theta is equal to cosec theta upon sec theta. So in this manner, we can develop so many relationships. Not only if we move clockwise, if we move anti-clockwise also, then in the same manner, we will get a lot of relationship between the trigonometric ratios. Now there is a theorem which shows that the trigonometric ratios of an angle do not depend on the size of the triangle. They only depend on angle. See, the theorem is show that the value of trigonometric ratios of an angle do not vary with the length of the sides of the triangle if the angle remain the same. So let us consider right angle triangle, and we can name this triangle as A, this vertex as B, and this vertex as C. So here in this triangle ABC, angle B is 90 degree. So the side just opposite to 90 degree is hypotenuse. The side just opposite to the angle A, because here we are just considering this acute angle A. So the side just opposite to the acute angle A is known as perpendicular, and the remaining side is known as the base. If I take a point P on the side AC, and if I draw perpendicular on it, so we can mark this point as Q. So we know that the side opposite to this angle A in this triangle is also perpendicular. So here PQ is a perpendicular, and the side which contain this angle is the base. So here AQ is the base of this triangle APQ. Now we can see here that the triangle ABC is similar to the triangle AQP by the property AA, because in both the triangles, angle B and angle Q both are of 90 degree, and angle A is common to both the triangles. So both the triangles are similar with the help of the property AA. Now if the triangles are similar, then their corresponding sides will be in proportion. So we can write AB upon AQ is equal to BC upon QP is equal to AC upon AP. Now if I've considered first two ratios, what we observe? We can write AB upon BC is equal to AQ upon QP. Now you can see AB is nothing but the base and BC is perpendicular. Similarly, AQ is base and QP is perpendicular. So ultimately we are getting base upon perpendicular. And we know that the base upon perpendicular is nothing but the cot. And here we are defining the ratio with respect to this angle, so we will write cot A. So whatever be the size of the triangle, the trigonometric ratio will remain same. Similarly, if I take these two ratios, we can write BC upon AC is equal to QP upon AP. Now, BC is perpendicular and AC is the hypotenuse. Similarly, QP is the perpendicular and AP is the hypotenuse. So perpendicular upon hypotenuse is nothing but sine A. So again, whatever be the size of the triangle, the trigonometric ratios is always coming same if the angle SA. Now, if I just extend this side AC to a point, that we can take this point as R. And again, if I draw perpendicular on the extended side of AB, we can mark this point as S. So this is perpendicular. So again, we can say here that this triangle ASR is similar to triangle ABC. Again, the same reason, they are similar by the property AA because both angle B and angle S are of 90 degree and angle A is common to both the triangles. So now we can observe here, if the triangles are similar, then the corresponding sides will be in proportion. So we can write AS upon AB is equal to SR upon BC is equal to AR upon AC. If I just take first rule, we can write AS upon SR is equal to AB upon BC. So AS upon SR. So AS is nothing but the base and SR is nothing but the perpendicular. So AB is nothing but the base and BC is nothing but the perpendicular. And we know that base upon perpendicular is nothing but cot A. If I take the first and third, we can write it as AS upon AR is equal to AB upon AC. Now we can see that AS is base and AR is hypotenuse. Similarly, AB is the base and AC is the hypotenuse in the triangle ABC. And we know that base upon hypotenuse is nothing but cos. So we can write it as cos A. So we have seen that the trigonometric ratios of an angle do not depend on the size of the triangle. It doesn't matter whatever the size of the triangle, whether it is big or small, the trigonometric ratios of an angle do not depend on the size. They always remain same. They only depend on the angle. Now let us take a question. In triangle ABC, right angle at B, AB is equal to 24 centimeter, BC is equal to 7 centimeter, and we have to determine sin A, cos A, sin C, and cos C. So let us take a right angle triangle. Since it is given in the question that it is right angle at B, so here we can write B and the other two vertices are A and C. Now, first we will consider this acute angle A. So for the first part, we will write the trigonometric ratios with respect to this angle. Now, if I am just taking this acute angle, then the side opposite to this acute angle is BC, which will be the perpendicular, and the another side which is adjacent to it is known as the base. So here the base is AB. We have given AB as 24 centimeter and BC, that is perpendicular, as 7 centimeter. We know that it is a right angle triangle, so we can apply the Pythagoras theorem also, because whenever there is a right angle triangle, we can apply the Pythagoras theorem. So according to Pythagoras theorem, we know that the side just opposite to this right angle is hypotenuse. We can write h square is equal to p square plus b square. And if I put the value of p, that is 7, we can write 7 square. If I put the value of 24 here, so we can write 24 square. So 7 square means 49 and 24 square means 576. So if I add them, I will get 625. And if I take the square root of 625, I will get 25 centimeters. Now, we have learned the formula of sine, which is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Now, in this triangle, if I am taking this angle A, the perpendicular is the side PC, which is given, that is 7 centimeter, and the hypotenuse, which is the side AC, and AC is nothing but 25. So my sin A will come out 7 by 25. If I talk about cos A, we know that the formula of cos A is base upon hypotenuse. Now in this case, my base is AB, and which is given, that is 24. So we can write it as 24. And hypotenuse is AC, and which is 25 centimeters. So my cos A will come out 24 by 25. Now for the second part, again we will draw a right angle triangle. Now we have given AB as 24 centimeter. We have given BC as 7 centimeter, and my AC, that is hypotenuse, is coming 25 centimeter. Now this time we will just consider this angle. Now the side just opposite to this angle is perpendicular. So my perpendicular is nothing but AB, and my base is BC, and which is 7 centimeter here. So if I write sine C is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, because the formula will remain same. The formula of sine is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Now in this case, my perpendicular is AB, and the value of AB is 24. So I will write 24 here, and hypotenuse is same, that is AC. We can write H as 25. If I have to find the value of cos C, so we know that the cos is nothing but base upon hypotenuse. Now we can see here the base is 7 and the hypotenuse is 25. So in this manner, we will get the value of sine A, cos A, sine C, and cos. Thank you for watching my video. If you like my video, then please give a like to this video, share with your friends, and subscribe my channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon